I was playing shows on outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know. Yeah, is that your man? Yeah, cause if it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said, I have a proposition. Every really want to take me home tonight. I said, what's that? And she said, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. And they palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But
Sunshine and pleasant temps have led to a wide-open roof here this afternoon at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. That's to Cam Scatterbull out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Throwing his Dart. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First down, here's Scatterbull. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
In motion, Slayton. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing, dart. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here's Dart. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And a tackle there by Michael McFadden. The Cowboys are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointing in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Prescott. Completes this one to Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Yeah, here we go. They take one in.
Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They go play action with Dart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Dart going to give to Scannaboo. And he stopped immediately there. Deshaun right there on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw now, Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Giants. Theo Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. You know, the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Look at the juke. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third down and 6.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Kill. 47.
Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 54 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Dart. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Dart. this throw is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Dart going to look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Dart. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
In motion, Slayton. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Now it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Dart will throw it on third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, and make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
To kick off for New York.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw is Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 27. Prescott to throw it. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Jamie Gillandale. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now an audible here into something else. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18. Viking 18. Go.
To the air, Dart. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point try good by Gano. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. There's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not only interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Right back to Tracy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He has Hyatt over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll hand it to Tracy. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you look for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 46, 46. Yeah! 47. 20. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Giants, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,